I need to talk to you about that project you are not doing, that action you're not taking, that thing that you want to go after that you are not going after, whatever it is that you're putting off. I want to talk to you about that so I can tell you, do it. Do the thing that you have been putting off. That's my main message for you today. And it's hopefully a motivational message. We spend a lot of time not living the life that we want. The Stoics have this term, this lesson, memento mori. It's remember that you will die. Because when we remember how short life can be, and we remember that we won't be here one day, it can be a good reminder to live today to the fullest, which is the core lesson of that teaching. And you don't even have to embrace that teaching necessarily to recognize that, maybe today you could have made action, you could have taken action on whatever it is that you wanted to achieve. You could have made progress towards that goal that you have, right? And maybe you didn't. And maybe you need to, either before you go to sleep today or, tomorrow morning or first thing Monday morning, right? You have personal projects, professional projects, personal desires, professional desires, big projects, big ideas, adventures, and you're not doing anything to make them happen. And I've been there, done that. And I'll tell you, if you take action, good things start to happen. A couple great quotes here. Wayne Gretzky, one of the greatest hockey players, if not the greatest hockey player of all time, known for just insane amounts of scoring when he was on the ice. And he famously said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Same lesson, right? Steve Jobs, I think the things you regret most in life are the things you didn't do. I think the things you regret most in life are the things you didn't do. So that thing you're putting off, how about doing it? How about doing it? Now, my inspiration for this is my launch this week, Magic Wealth, which you can check out at magicwealth.com. Although right now, there's not a lot to find there because I launched it as a pre-release thing. So right as I was doing this launch, I got an email that was the domain name renewal that told me, you have owned this domain name for a year and you are just now doing something with it. Now, I'm not beating myself up about it, but it's a reminder that I had the name for this project a year ago. And the actual strategy that I taught as part of this is much older than that. I don't know exactly how old, but this is something that I knew that I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted to do it a year ago. I have known that I've wanted to do it for a long time. And it's only recently when I said, forget it. It's time. It's time. I'm going to do this thing, that I launched at least like a beta version of this, a minimum viable product version of this, so I can start getting it out into the marketplace and having conversations, and then build from those conversations going forward to what I see it as, in the long run, which is something much bigger than what the initial product is. So that thing you're putting off, do it. I will admit there are a lot of reasons not to take action, at least reasons we give ourselves. We could call them excuses, but they usually seem very reasonable. They usually seem very logical, which is why we accept them and why we don't take action. So we may feel like we're not ready. We may feel like we don't have enough time to do the thing. We don't have enough resources to do the things. We may be afraid of failure. We may be afraid of what success would actually do to our lives. We may be afraid of judgment of our peers, of our loved ones, of people who say we're, not good enough for this, or who say that we're, punching above our weight, right? We're probably afraid of rejection. Rejection is such a huge reason that we don't take action, especially when it comes to putting our ideas out into the world. we may have shame, which is the feeling that I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough for this, for whatever. I'm not good enough for the results that this could generate. And with that self-doubt, with that, just a lack of belief in ourselves, that, feels like a good reason not to take action. We may have just a generalized sense of fear and uncertainty of what is coming, right? Or what could come if we do take this action. Even though we want to take the action and we want the result that we imagine that the action will get us, we have fear and uncertainty around what that's going to be like. And so we don't take action. And you can insert your own reasons here. I think that this probably encapsulates a lot of the reasons that people are not taking action on that thing, that you might not be taking action on that thing. But if you have another reason, you can include it here, right? And yes, it's perfectly normal to have all those feelings. Courage comes when you take action anyway. Courage comes when you feel all of those feelings and you take action anyway. And if you want to break through and achieve your goals, one important thing to do is to clear out your subconscious blocks. And an important element of that is just shining the light where there is shadow. Noticing, wow, I feel fear when I think about doing this. Wow, I'm afraid that people are going to reject this. Wow, I don't know if anybody's going to respond to this. Wow, if I put this out there, people may talk bad, like I may get haters about it, right? Just shine the light on all those things. I feel like I'm not good enough to do this. I feel like I don't have the experience. I feel like I don't have the time. Shine the light on all of those subconscious blocks that are standing in your way. And then, you don't even have to tell them that they have to go away. You just accept that they're there and then take action anyway. Take action anyway. Okay? So in my notes here, I say clear out the subconscious blocks, but really it's not even an active process of clearing them away. It's just saying, wow, I'm experiencing that and I'm going to take action anyway. And they clear out on their own, usually. You kind of find that they're mostly a mirage. They're mostly imaginary monsters. And so you really address those things head on. And then you move forward towards doing that thing that you've been putting off. And, I'm not going to say that you're going to achieve your goal the first time you do that thing you're putting off. But you do need to do the thing that you're putting off if you're going to get the result that it promises. My call to action for you at the end of this episode is to ask yourself how you can use this. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe here and check the links in the description for more ways to subscribe. If you want more about clearing out those subconscious blocks and training your subconscious success mechanism, I have training by that name that is, it's the link in the description, the first link in the description. And so check that out. It's part of my BTMS Insider streaming library of copywriting and marketing courses and additional courses that are useful to copywriters, marketers, and entrepreneurs. You pay one low fee, you get access to everything, including that. So thought you might like that tied to this message. I'm Roy Furr. This is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. And one of the most important things you can do with any piece of marketing is to do it, to put it out there into the marketplace and see what kind of response it gets. And maybe that's that thing you're putting off that you need to be doing. With that, I'll see you in the next episode. See you soon. Bye. Thank you once again for tuning in to this daily episode of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Remember, check out the links with this episode for even more value. Now make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and engage in every way you can to keep this show going and growing and delivering daily value to you. I'll catch you soon for your next big breakthrough.